What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Getting ready to make some top patterns for this next pair of boots. We got the last here. For this pair of boots, we're going to be using a pair of vintage lasts. Yeah, these are old. Normally these will have a date on them, but let's see one on this particular pair. If you can hear me, let me know down in the comments below. I know it's been a minute since I've gotten on YouTube, but man, let me tell you what, it's been some crazy stuff going on in the world, hasn't it? Crazy stuff. What's going on? Very good, man. So it's crazy out there, but figured I hadn't been on here in a minute, so I'm trying to find a year. These lasts are so old. It looks like somebody might have grinded them down. See right there. But you can almost barely, you can see, you can tell someone grinded them down, but you can barely see the year right there where my finger is. And this is from, it looks like it's from like the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, this is gonna be the next pair we're working on. So for every customer, we start out with just basic top patterns, right? I guess it's not basic. It's more of just laying it over, taking the measurements, taking the customer's measurements, and then we take the measurements and we make top patterns. And I think I put the ones I had up here, but you'll watch me if you want to. Watch and make top hat. Depending on the boots and how big the person is, sometimes I use one folder per boot. But considering these are going to be, they're little tiny feet. These are size 3. So appreciate the likes. Appreciate the super chats. I appreciate everybody. You know, and today also is September 11th. I know with the whole, you know, Charlie Kirk thing going on, I didn't see very much going on for, you know, the 9/11 stuff. So, but I don't know what you believe in. Don't really matter. So, but if you're watching this, let me know where you're watching from. If you don't want to watch this, more power to you, buddy. That's it. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I did a Facebook Live. All right. So again, what I was saying is we got to translate these numbers, measurements from the person's feet or the customer's feet. We got to take these. Excuse me. We got to take these measurements, and we've got to take and add those measurements to this little beauty called a last. This is a vintage one. It's just really hard to get one this small. And since I don't have, I got this from one of my mentors in Texas. He happened to have some. Typically, a lot of our lasts look like this now. They're just plastic. So that's what we use now, which are good because, you know, with wood ones, over time you can see they just start falling apart. And you may not know anything about what I'm doing, but it's all good. All right, so, oh man. Yawning. Can you hear me pretty good? It's 3 o'clock on a Thursday, so I'm not really expecting a lot of people to get in this chat. Most of my people, when they get in here, it ends up being towards the end of the week, like Friday, Saturday. What do I do with my ruler? I lose everything. I just had it. Ugh. Oh, man. I was just using that dang ruler for something. We got 5 people on. Nice. I've got plenty of rulers everywhere. There's just one that I like specifically. You want to see my new shop buddy? Hey, Jack. Jack. Come here. Come here, Jackson. Come on. Come on, you sleepyhead. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, buddy. Oh. This is a new New shop buddy. I woke him up from his little nap. He was out there napping away, buddy. He's a good pup. Oh. He's like, what am I doing up here? All right, buddy. I'll let you go sleep. Go get you a nap. We'll go home soon. All right. Yeah, well, I got to get these top patterns going. Ugh. Been up early today. Working on some elephant skin boots that we're working. These are going to be the rough out bull shoulder. They're going to be this color tops. Those are going to be cool. The elephant ones are going to be this color. So they'll look nice. Very nice. It's always finding the bottom there. You got 2 people and 3 lights. Nice. Nice. All right, so we got 11/5/8 heel measurement. Oh, man. I just can't seem to stop yelling it. I gotta find my little cheat sheet. Oh man. Oh, I'm so tired. I've been up since about 4:30, I think. 4:40. Cresta. We're making some boots. We're making some cowboy boots. All right, so there's quite a bit of math involved in doing all this stuff, but luckily I got a little cheat sheet that tells me where I need to be. So we got a 11/5/8 heel measurement. So my front panel needs to be 2/16. All right, so first we gotta set everything up. And this is how I was taught to build these top patterns. Everybody and their grandmother does it different. This is how I was taught, and this is how I will continue to do it until further notice. Where's my favorite ruler at? My favorite ruler has a little pink thing on top. I don't like this. watch it. That ruler's gonna be right in front of my face. Maybe if I clean some of this junk up, I can find it. The thing I don't like about these rulers that are like this, you know, like all the way to the edge, is because it's hard to get like an actual number, get it good, but I may just have to use this one. I just don't like it. I guess this one I'll have to do. This one's just long. All right, let's do it. Boom. How tall are we doing these boots? Albin. Is that right? Albin. What's going on, Albin? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm making some, these are the top patterns for the cowboy boots. So what I'm doing is basically taking this and I'm making the designs to do these pieces up here, the top panel, kind of like I'm doing on this one. So basically this, what I'm doing here on paper is allowing me to design this part, these panels on the top. That's all we're doing. And if you stick around long enough, you'll see what I'm talking about. This one, this was good. This is flat on the ground. So this is going to be the front panel. This is going to be the back panel. And then we'll start doing all the designs and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one up. you guys from, huh? Where you guys from? Back panel. It's 3 inches. Okay. That little pink ruler is just not, I don't know what I did with it. I'm always moving stuff around, so ain't no telling. Okay. Alright, so now we do the So now we got to work on the calf measurement. So basically, I just did, that's the front panel, this is the back panel. So now we got to work up and do the calf measurement, and this is where we got to start doing a little bit of math. So 9.5, 13-inch tops, 9.5. Now there's a reason I'm doing all of this extra because I guess I'll explain it in just a second. So the height of the boot tops that we're building, basically if you want something really tall, we have to measure the calf at the widest part, which is this line right here. This is where we have to get the line for our calf. This line is the height of our boots. So what I've got to do is I've got to take the width of the calf, do the measurements at an inch, and then divide it by whatever. But I got to do that measurement here. That's what will give me the actual width. And then here is just extra. So I know this is probably like the boring part because this is all what we got to do, all this math. Joke's on me, you know, I thought I was never going to use math in my life. There we go again, we mathing over here, so. What was this? So 13. So we got 7 at 1. Okay. Then that's what we got to work with right there. So now, we have the jar of scallops. Hey, I'm drawing out your patterns. Do you want the scallops in the front and the back? Or do you want stovetop in the front and then round it off in the back?